in December of 2017, I was kind enough to go to the set visit for The Lion King, and it was just a black room.
Yes.
But then you put on those goggles, and I was in Pride Rock.
Yes, yes.
To see it come to life was amazing. But I want to talk to you a little bit about how you talked about gaming engines helping develop this and bringing those two worlds together.
Yeah. Look, there's so many breakthroughs in game engine technology. A lot of it is the speed of the new video cards. NVIDIA has some great hardware, and both Epic and Unity, who I've worked with both of them, are making such breakthroughs in the gaming space, and all of that could be applied to virtual production. And I'm using it in certain ways, like here, to create an environment that looks enough like the finished product, like a good video game, so that you could bring in a cinematographer like Caleb Deschanel, animate the characters, and have him set the lights and the cameras as he would in VR, as though it were a live action film. But like on The Mandalorian, I'm also using, we work with Epic on the first season, and using video walls to have set extensions and in-camera visual effects, because that game engine is getting to the point that it's so robust that for certain shots you could actually use the renders from the game engine to help complete certain shots instead of having blue screen. So if you know enough about it, there's opportunities to plug it into various types of production.
I found it quite fascinating too on set that even your cinematographer, the weight of the camera was the same weight of a camera as it would be.
That was, for this specific application, we really wanted to feel as though we were filming a documentary, and just having a positional, like a puck on a wand or something, it didn't feel like a real camera. And so we would have weighted shoulder mounts so that the physics of the operator is felt through the positional data, the metadata taken from the camera tracking.
Now, I'm sure you're going to get this question a lot, but after making The Jungle Book, what are some of the things that you were able to kind of either fix or change and take it over to The Lion King?
I think VR coming online, having all that consumer-facing hardware, and building a volume, not using the tools that essentially we inherited from Avatar 10 years earlier for Jungle Book, which is motion capture, motion builder, software and hardware geared towards motion capturing performances. We knew we didn't have to capture performers, but what we knew is we needed to create a volume that we could all get into together. And so we used, HMDs from like Vive and Oculus and the Lighthouses, all this great stuff that's relatively inexpensive, and Optitrax. And so we could create the volume that you visited, allowed us all to just hang out together on the set when we popped on the headset, so that we could have that iterative creative process like you would if you were on a location scout in the real environment.
Now, obviously, you've been working with Disney streaming on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Any chance for a spinoff? Because the original had a spinoff of Pumbaa and Timon. Any chance for a spinoff for Disney streaming or Disney?
From Lion King?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what. I certainly think there's opportunities with this new streaming platform to explore the properties that Disney has in ways other than just remaking a film. And a lot of these films might not demand the same type of treatment as a sequel on the big screen, but now it's such a moving, shifting landscape of what's a theatrical release, what's something that could be at the same quality level of a theatrical release that premieres at home on a streaming service, what's on mobile, what's a game. So I think, as I get older, I try to really keep an open mind to see how people are enjoying these stories. But I think it all comes down to using the technology properly and telling stories that have thematic elements and human elements that warrant being shared with the next generation.